Okay, good. Let's go ahead real quick before I actually begin. Okay, it already shared it. Good. Saves me time. Okay. Well, hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome to what is going to be the final part of Let's Play Stellaris, Roma, Invicta. I might try my hand again at this series at some point in the future. I don't know. We shall see. But at least for right now, this is going to be the end of this series. Before we actually start, though, a couple things I want to go ahead and mention. I do have a Typeform survey down, or a link to a Typeform survey down in the description to determine what type of empire we will play as in Stellaris 2.0. Your two choices are the post-apocalyptic fanatic purifiers or the new despotic bespoilers. Currently, at least last time I looked, which was yesterday as of doing this stream, let me actually check and see if it's changed at all, though. But when I last looked, it was 3 votes with the fanatic purifiers winning, and looks like it is still the case. Yep, 3 votes with the fanatic purifiers winning. So if you have a preference between those two, my advice is to go to the link and vote. And so, yeah, now let's go ahead and get started. And let me just wait for... There we go, stream's transitioned over. Oh shit, that music's a little loud. Let's go down just a tad. Is that actually considered too loud? No, OBS, oh, whoops. Just dropped OBS down too far. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Oh, I meant to swap out some mods. Oh, well. A heads up that in about an hour, so I'm going to have to step away for a couple of minutes from the stream. Just for a couple of minutes to take care of my dog. Let's go ahead and break our defensive pact with the Xanad's suzerainty. I think I'm going to go to war with them next. Fighting these guys was a real pain in the ass, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. When I did a test game, it's still a little too loud for me. And so, yeah, we're going to go with the Xanad's suzerainty and the Ronian consciousness. You guys are not currently in a war, but you are. And you're winning it, and you're probably going to win it, to be completely honest. I don't know why those two are working together, though. But apparently they are. Okay, well, we'll get carriers in the relatively near-ish future. I do plan for this stream to roughly be around 3 hours, or at least that's my plan. We'll see if I actually manage to hit that goal, but we'll see. It doesn't really matter too much. Some of these planets are still unhappy. Well, you're the only one that's actually unhappy, but I've already maxed out all your defensive armies, so I can't do anything really to lower unrest further with you. And yes, I know, Plentiful Traditions is not going to get updated for Stellaris 2.0, which is a shame, but honestly, I can't say I blame them. It is a fairly extensive mod. Well, fairly sizable at least. Maybe not extensive, but whatever. And so yeah, I can't say I'm surprised that it won't get updated for Stellaris 2.0. That is probably a lot of work, and especially if you got real life things going on. I find it to be perfectly understandable.
Battle debris secured.
Admittedly, that battle debris is not going to be anything particularly useful. Let's go ahead and let's see. Do we have a half decent admiral with the kinetic preferred weapons? Yes, we do. And it is actually the same one that I recruited in the test game, it looks like. So let's go ahead and get you. So let's go ahead and get you. Although admittedly, as far as I know, the cautious trait doesn't actually work, so she is a useless trait as it stands right now. It's gonna get you. You got 3, that's 6, 8, 10, yeah, okay, that's fine. Hide the factions because I don't care for them. If I need to go and land the troops, I'll land them. But at this point, I'd rather just bring these two together. Let's go ahead and launch these other guys. Bring them together, and they're going to go and regroup with the rest of the transports. They're going to replace the assault armies, because those things are actually kind of crappy at this point. They don't do a good enough job. And you've got a couple of things you can build, but not much. Actually, no, you don't have anything you can build. Never mind. Well, no, never mind. I can send you down here. Let's see. Go there first. I think that's everything for now. So yeah, for now we're just going to focus on trying to build up a second fleet, because I'm kind of going to need it to deal with both of these guys at once. Where is... There you are. Don't know why the hyperlanes are hidden right now, so let's go ahead and fix that.
Ships refitted.
Now carriers are really expensive. And I haven't yet met the merchant enclave,
Battle debris secured.
or whatever they're called. Okay, why are you trying to go over there to upgrade? Ah, because this place doesn't actually have a spaceport yet. I thought it was already built, but apparently not. Okay, you guys need to relax. Your empire doesn't even exist anymore. 23 more months until I have carriers. Let's go ahead and just continue trying to build out the second fleet.
Anomaly found.
Sure, go ahead and check it out. At this point, I wish I could just tell them to go and check it out so long as it has a 5% chance or less of failure. But that is sadly not an option in Stellaris. At least, not yet. Although it might be possible to mod it for anyone that really cared to.
Recon pass completed. Special project complete.
Okay, I don't know what special project you just... Oh, well, it's probably actually that investigation. Never mind. No, I don't think that was it. I don't know what your special project that you just completed was. Plasma throwers, I don't really care for those right now. Some physics and engineering, which is always helpful. Let's see. I do want to move some of you around. There we go, that's a little bit better. And I meant to have you get replaced with a power plant, but for whatever reason I didn't do it before. Not sure why.
Construction complete.
Okay, I want you to build me some battle cruisers. Only got enough to queue up 4 for now, though. Oh, wait. Make that 3 because apparently I... Oh, no. No, I didn't. I was correct. I just had to wait for the one at Mars to get over here. Can you guys now upgrade? Yes.
Ships refitted.
Trading terminal. I assume the trading terminal stacks with the energy grid. Although I don't know if it stacks additively or multiplicatively. Not quite sure on some of those rules for how Stellaris adds modifiers together.
System reconnaissance completed.
Didn't mean to do that. If I declared war on you, actually, who would I have to fight? Okay. But if I declared war on you... See... I can get a non-aggression pact with you. And at least in theory... Well... Yeah, it should keep you off my back, as long as I didn't declare war on the sovereign realms. If I declare war on the lay systems, you would stay out of the war. I would only have to fight those guys. Yeah, you know, that might actually be what I have to do. Well, can I declare war on you? 2281. So I still got a couple of... You know, I'll accept that non-aggression pact. Unless you suddenly start making some other defensive pacts, I should be able to declare war on you, at least for this initial war. The Confederated Sons are currently busy fighting the Cheplik sovereignty,
Anomaly found.
and it would not be possible for them to even get to me in the first place. Because, yeah, the Xanadu suzerainty has their borders closed to them. And you guys, I think, also have your borders closed to them, correct? No, because you have a truce. And so your borders are not closed to them right now. When does your truce expire? 2286. As long as that war wages for a reasonable amount of time. Ah, yes, I never did finish this event chain. Just go ahead and send the second fleet down there to deal with it.
Evasive action.
As long as that war rages for a reasonable amount of time, I should be able to actually fight the lay systems without too much of an issue. Outside of their actual fleet, which is supposedly inferior, but it's not exactly true. You are done, okay? Do some upgrades. I don't know what upgrades you have, but just do them. And then I'll have you go and auto-explore. Or maybe I won't, because you'll probably go and try and auto-explore something up in this area for whatever reason. Or you'll auto-explore over there.
Ships refitted.
For now, make sure that this stuff gets surveyed. After that, I don't really care what you do. Okay, that war ended. Now, hopefully you're not going to suddenly make a whole bunch of friends. That's something I do wish to avoid, if at all possible.
Construction complete.
You just made one with the Muban Empire, of course. And you just declared somebody a rival. I don't know who, though. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea who it is you just declared a rival. And we still have a couple more years for you. I don't know if I made that research agreement for 10 years or 20. Hopefully I made it for 20. Just so that I would know when I'd be able to ask them to be my vassal. Although, of course, they probably will say no, because of course.
Recon pass completed.
Second fleet is slowly making its way down there. Okay, let's queue up some more battle cruisers. Let's see. 5, 7, 8. Need one more. And assuming I did my math correctly, and I'm pretty sure I did, that should be fine. I'll probably have to hold off on building carriers, though. You just made a non-aggression pact with somebody. But a war against you should just be these two and then the Confederated Sons. But since the Confederated Sons are busy in another war, they're actually losing right now.
Fleet action underway.
Which is something I won't complain about. I need the transport fleets over here. You can go ahead and return home, or just anywhere, yeah, near a spaceport. That's fine with me. You're actually gonna have to move though if I'm gonna be declaring war on the lay systems. Let's go ahead and move you to a better position.
Ships refitted.
I guess I'll have you build the final battle cruiser. Or wait, no I don't. Wait. I don't need you to build one, never mind. I already added the last one. That's gonna need to get surveyed. You don't have a job right now because whatever you're supposed to be doing, or whatever you were doing rather, has already been finished. Just go over there and build that stuff. And then go there and build that. You know, I really do want to get carriers. Though they are nice. You know, it really doesn't matter which one of you I contact, but I think you were the closer one, technically speaking. But it really doesn't matter. It's going to become their patron, and then continue on.
Recon pass completed.
Oh. You broke your non-aggression pact for whatever reason. I don't know why. You know, none of your guys are going to move to my worlds, but I'll go ahead and offer you that just so I can generate some extra trust as a result of that. Hopefully you'll be willing to say yes to becoming a vassal. Because while you're not the greatest, It is something. Just to help distract the enemy. Is this fully upgraded or no? It's not, of course. Why would the AI upgrade its spaceports in a reasonable time frame? I don't have enough to build all the strike cruisers that I need. You got a 50% chance, so try it. Although it is a tiny world, so...
Special project complete.
Oh, you were successful. Actually saw that. And all of a sudden it's got giant arachnids. Well, apparently. I don't see the tile blocker for them though, because it got removed as soon as the planet got terraformed. But it technically is able to recruit giant arachnid armies. So, if I ever decide to colonize it,
Mission complete.
that could be fun. Yeah, okay, I'm trying to get to the Science and Technology Center. Now, I would love it if I could get some actual strikecraft researched.
Construction complete.
Because, as it stands right now, I actually don't have any strikecraft. I've got the crappy scout wings that you start out with. Go ahead and upgrade that. No, I want you all to focus on the research, if you don't mind. Well, actually, wait. This increases happiness, doesn't it? Yes, it does. What do I not need more of right now? I can live without the extra food, so you go work there.
Science division reports a new breakthrough.
Wonderful, and of course not. And I can either go ahead and get the superfluid metals or materials so I can get the Science Technology Center, or I can go ahead and try and research dreadnoughts. To be honest, I'm inclined to go for the dreadnoughts. But 107 months. And my experience has been this seems to constantly show up for me. So let's go ahead and try and get the better research. And hopefully that won't screw me over. Oh, my leader has decided to become an experienced researcher. Are you guys not done yet? Wow, that takes forever apparently. Did not realize that that took that long. You, real quick, if you don't mind, just go ahead and, yeah, find about their small lasers here. Well, small red lasers rather. Before I actually try and build the carriers, I should actually design it. I prefer for these guys to try and stay as far back as possible, personally. So, I don't know what the point of having the broadside core is for carriers. It completely removes the hangar slots, so why that is there, I have absolutely no idea. This should just disappear, to be honest. I guess maybe it's fine if you use the super carrier core for one of these two. Maybe then it's fine, but even then. Design it as you see fit, game, at least for right now. I will then fine tune it. See, I don't care for the disruptors, they just don't have the range. You know, to be honest, make all the mediums those, and we'll make all the smalls those. I'm gonna set you for a range of 60. That's probably fine, actually. You'll be a little bit closer to the fight compared to my lake carriers, but you'll also be able to actually use more of your weapons.
System reconnaissance completed.
I don't actually change my light carriers out to be similar to that. No, because it doesn't actually matter. Because the light carriers are all running around with missiles anyway. They don't have a medium slot.
Special project complete.
Wonderful, that's done. Just go ahead and scrap it. Bring you over here. How much longer until I can declare war on you? 2281. How is your war going? You're still losing it, which is good. I do actually hope the Confederated Sons lose their war, because they're Democratic Crusaders and they are sizable. So, if they lose, that's great news for me, because they'll lose some planets, and as a result of that, resources and pops. So I would love if that all sort of balanced out in my favor. Is this not set to shuffle? Oh no, okay, it is set to shuffle. Oh, what now, leader? Oh, now you decided to focus on engineering, because of course. I don't know why you're switching so damn often, though, because I'm pretty sure I have the Ruler Hobby Extended edict running. But for whatever reason, I get the feeling that mod updated and somehow sort of screwed with the stuff for this. So, you... no, you can't have any of my pops. We're not an endangered species, and even if we were, I'd probably still say no.
Battle debris secured.
So feel free to come and try and fight me for my pops, but you're not gonna get them from me. Besides, pretty sure your fleet power is, yeah, equivalent. That's what I was thinking. I was hoping for inferior, but I was thinking probably realistically equivalent. Of course, your tech level is superior, but you know what? If I just destroy a couple of your ships, secure the space around it, and send in a science ship to survey it, I could actually get a bit of a tech jump. At least in theory. Of course, I'd probably lose a large amount of my fleet at the same time, so obviously that's not really the most viable option, but it is an option, nonetheless. That's just the main thing. It's not a great option. Let's go ahead and get that upgraded.
System reconnaissance completed.
You guys are crap at this. Although admittedly that's mostly because you're all really pissed off. Still, after all these years of being within my empire, you're all still really pissed off. Probably partly because of residence. Decreases happiness by 10. And then you've only got decent living standards. What, if any, egalitarian attraction do we have? Around 16% of our pops are expected to embrace it, but in reality 20% are. We're gonna need the extra energy. I prefer invest our minerals, but sadly I don't have that as an option right now, so sure. Invest our energy credits. Okay, well I don't have species-wide slavery. I don't even have any degree of slavery. You're always going to be upset at me. Your issue is lack of neighborhood rivals. So let's go and pause the game real quick. Let's see. Lay systems. I've already got you as a rivals. Never mind. You. Sure, I'll declare you a rival. And sure, why the hell not? I'll declare you a rival. Now you guys should be happy. There you go. Now you're giving me a little bit of influence.
System reconnaissance completed.
And I'm not going to build a bunch of frontier outposts just to make you guys nice and happy. Seven, 8, almost. I thought there was a really large mineral, or a really mineral-rich system in this area. I see a 12, but I thought there was like a 20 or something. But I must be remembering wrong. Okay, yeah, you all finished surveying that stuff over there. I'll soon have the better biolabs and research. Okay, I need one more strike cruiser. And that should be mostly good enough. And our ruler just died. And my choices are same choices I had in the test games. I am actually slightly inclined to go with you though this time rather than the general. Mostly because I like the champion of the people and the plus 10% to energy credits. So let's go ahead and elect you. We're going to have a different ruler this time around. However, this does mean that there is a sector somewhere that doesn't have, well, actually there's already 2 sectors, never mind, that are missing people. I guess I'll just go with MoMA, because you're cheap. Well, not cheap, but you're young, and I don't really need the extra food and whatnot that the other people were providing. And you decided to focus on physics first thing. That's fine, I could always use extra physics. I don't really care to bother building any more light carriers, so I think I'll just have you build cruisers after this. It shouldn't take me too long to build those because they're a lot cheaper. Plasmoid life. Get a little bit of free physics. Four more months for the biolabs. You have already arrived over there. Wonderful. You guys don't actually have any other upgrades, right? Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Anomaly found.
Yep, go check it out. I don't care. Okay, a couple more months and I can declare war on delay systems. You guys have 6 years. gonna want to make sure I get access to that black hole, though. For the dark matter that it has. Or, well, I know it has it because of my test game. We don't currently know that it actually has it, though. That is definitely something that I want to get access to because it's, I think, what, like plus 20% to physics output. So, yeah, tons of physics, which would be great because that gets our shields, our power plants, etc. Which is all stuff that we really need. You're not done upgrading that. Go work there if you don't mind. Oh, you make more. Yeah, you'll make more food working there. You guys aren't building it. Okay, yeah, you're not building anything. So let's go ahead and upgrade our labs. But let's make sure we actually shift click so that you queue up all subsequent upgrades for them as well. Because I'm pretty... Well, wait, no, we don't have any, do we? No, never mind. I didn't need to actually shift click there. Okay. You work there. I sort of forgot about this planet, if I'm going to be completely honest. So we're going to want to try and fix that. Yeah. Let's get the carrier build speed and build cost. Because those things are expensive even as it stands. Yeah, 2100 for now. Grade the biolabs. At least the ones that we have, which I don't think we have that many biolabs. No, that's basically all of our biolabs.
System reconnaissance completed.
At least all the ones within my actual borders. Okay, let's go ahead and build the cruisers. Damn, I was hoping to queue you guys up 5x5, to be honest. But clearly I won't be able to do that. And of course, while doing this, I'm going over my cap. Sure, we can have active sensor links, I don't mind. How much longer until you're willing to accept to become a vassal? Well, as long as you don't attack these guys, I think we'll be fine.
Construction complete.
Okay, I think it's like... I think I can already declare war on you. Yeah. I was hoping to have a little bit more time. I need more mineral income. Although that will fairly easily hit the 1k point in the relatively near future. Probably by the end of this stream, to be honest. Well, assuming we get the right research options. If I declare war on you... Ooh. Aha! The Confederate sons aren't even guaranteeing your independence anymore. Because they're losing their war so badly. Okay. Let's go ahead. Move the second fleet over there. In the meantime... Yeah, we'll use this opportunity to... Well, do I actually want to wait that long? I don't think so. I don't think that's actually a good idea, because you might make more friends in the process. As it stands right now, I only have to fight you, the Mubon Empire, and these sovereign realms, neither of which are a particularly large threat. The Mubons basically lost their entire fleet in a war against the Ronian consciousness, and the Ronian consciousness will probably declare war on them anyway when I'm at war with the Lace systems. You're not a particularly powerful nation anyway, So, yeah. Do I have the option to decrease? No, I don't. War score demand. So, declaring war on you. And say I wanted to vassalize these guys. That would take about half my war score. And so I would at best be able to take just 4 planets, these 3 and this one down here, and then vassalize those guys. And that keeps them from joining a federation against me, so that is actually kind of preferred. Because there is a federation forming up here. And they're all going to want to get in on it, I know it. Especially as I expand, they're going to be more inclined to get in on it. You're not going to do anything. And again, I think the Ronian consciousness will want to declare war on the Mubon Empire while I'm at war with these guys. So the Mubon Empire won't really do anything. And same with you. I really just got to worry about the lay systems. And they technically have superior tech than me, but an inferior military. Or at least fleet power. But I still think their fleet on a one-on-one fight could actually beat me. It's just because I have 2 fleets that the game says that they're inferior. Do I have anything that I can use this 7... Yes, I do actually have something I can use this extra 7 on. Is it anything worthwhile, though? That is the question. I don't care for what's up there, and you don't have any frontier outposts that are really obstructing me. I mean, I guess I can knock out this one. But it's not really going to change the border push much, especially since there's really nothing in this region. You know what? Screw it. I'll set it as a goal, but I don't really care for it.
Standing by to commence offensive operations. Weapons free. Repeat, weapons free.
Now this is a tomb world. I don't have the ability to survive on a tomb world right now. So I'm gonna have to put robots there. As a result of that, I think I'll just turn that into a massive research planet. Especially since it's a size 25.
Reports a new breakthrough.
Okay, and I am able to, at least currently, afford to have both fleets out at once. I've never really seen this strategic resource really help with governing ethics attraction. I mean, maybe it does actually work, but I never really noticed it, to be honest. So I'm just going to assume it doesn't. As a result of that, I'd rather get the power plants, to be honest. Let's go ahead and pause the game while I upgrade a bunch of stuff. Now, because of the way the AI works, if I occupy even just one of their worlds, they're gonna wanna take it back. And that'll keep them off my backs. So I'm gonna rely on that. Size 24 ammonia world. Again, I have to use robots to colonize that, but it would in theory be really good.
System reconnaissance completed.
You guys are all in the same system right now, so let's just go ahead and merge you together.
Engaging alien spaceport.
I might lose some strike cruisers. That is something that does tend to happen, is my experience. The strike cruisers sadly don't quite have the defense that I wish they had. Oh, surprisingly we didn't lose one. Now that would give me access to torpedoes, which I certainly don't have an issue with, but I never really used torpedoes. They're too slow firing, and they're like missiles, but missiles are generally crap. I can go ahead and land you guys. You should succeed, because they don't really have anything defending the planet. And besides, while you're trying to land, planetary fortifications will go down further.
Ground forces are dropping on target.
And while you're down there, planetary fortifications will go down, speeding up the process as well.
Objective secured.
Wonderful. Let's go ahead and occupy Keaton. Second Fleet. You know, in hindsight, actually, Second Fleet, I would prefer for you to go down there. So turn around, because apparently turning around is faster. And go down there. Knock out the spaceport that's over that planet. And I'll send the transport fleet down there eventually. Once I occupy Keaton and maybe Idai, or however the hell it's pronounced. Have more stuff here to upgrade. Let's go ahead and get these upgrades out of the way. You are done. Let's upgrade that, upgrade that. Fascinating, not really. And there's their fleet, 50k. So their fleet is actually capable of putting up a fight. And the thing is, engaging them in this system, while it doesn't drop me off right on top of them, we exit the hyperlane right within combat range, more or less. So I don't really have the time for my fleet to be ready to actually fight. It's a good thing I'm not using warp, because I think if you get attacked while on the cooldown using warp, it does actually affect your combat ability, I think. I haven't really used warp in a long time because it's crap. And there goes a strike cruiser. I knew we were going to lose one eventually. If I had living metal, it would have healed a little bit and maybe wouldn't have gotten destroyed. But I don't have living metal, at least not yet. Though I do know where to find some. Not just from the obvious. There's a, I think it's over here. It's in here, if I recall correctly. There's a ruined ring world. There's also some asteroids over here that gave me, within my current space, that gave me that stuff.
Inbound message traffic.
I'm not capable of terraforming yet. I haven't researched the tech, so I don't really care. I'm just gonna say no. How are you doing in your war, though? You still winning? Yes, but not by as much, so I'm guessing they're finally managing to push you back. Which is a shame, because I don't want them pushing you back. I want you to win. It's important for me that you win your war. Because I don't need those guys getting stronger.
Sword 1 actual reports all ground objectives secure.
Okay. And let's go ahead and take that system real quick. And we'll just kind of ignore their fleet for right now. Oh, one of our scientists died. Field manipulation. I'm trying to remember what techs are within that field. I think the jump drive is within that field. Yeah, let's go ahead and get you. You go ahead and do stuff. And like I said, I'll send the transport fleet down there to help you. Where's their combat fleet going? It went down this way.
Engaging enemy station.
Yeah, that actually has me a little bit intrigued, because I don't see why they would go down this way. Especially if they're trying to save a world.
Recon pass completed.
Unless they're trying to go for my second fleet. But in that case, they should already be with my sensor range of my planets. Because the fastest route should have been to go into my space and then come down here. And it's only 3 jumps to get within my planetary sensor range. Yeah, that'll be something I need to figure out. Oh, you guys have carriers already. Oh, they're crap. Mostly because they're still running around with scout wings. Everybody seems to still have the crappy scout wings. I don't know why. I don't care for that. Running consciousness, you still have your truce with the Mubon? Is that why you haven't declared war on them? It is. But that expires in 4 years, which actually means you're not going to be as useful as I was expecting initially. Okay, well, the plan is to take that, vassalize those other guys, and maybe destroy that frontier outpost if I can be bothered enough to deal with it. How large is this world? 10, okay. My army might need to do 2 assaults to take that world, we'll see. No shit. Oh, okay, it's just a construction ship. Never mind, not that big of a deal. Oh, there's their... No, that's a different fleet. Okay, that has me a little bit worried. Trying to figure out where their primary fleet is and what it's doing. Because it definitely should have entered my planetary sensor range. The fact that it hasn't leads me to believe it is actually being smart, which is a surprise because the AI normally isn't particularly smart. Don't go through Isius if you don't mind. Just to be on the safe side. We don't know what's there. They probably, just like pretty much everywhere else, have a defensive station in orbit of the planet, and I don't need you guys getting destroyed. Now, let's go ahead and bring the first fleet up there to go ahead and destroy that secondary fleet. That the enemies have.
Anomaly found.
Whoops, damn it.
System reconnaissance completed.
Now you need a strike cruiser. So let's just have Earth pump you out a strike cruiser real quick. Queue all that stuff up for upgrades.
Construction complete.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, you knock out that fleet and then destroy that fleet. In the meantime, I need to keep an eye on sensor range down here so I can try and get the hell out of Dodge. when inevitably, I imagine, their primary fleet will be attempting to destroy my second fleet.
Science ship reports enemy contact. Taking evasive action.
Yeah, are you able to survive long enough to get the hell out of there? Yes. Good. Where are you? What are you doing? You were waiting for there to be something for you to do. Damn it, you people keep just croaking. Then again, yeah, you guys only live to an average age of 82. That'll get better eventually, though. Yeah, I'm still a little weirded out by the fact that I cannot see their primary fleet. No, that's not it. Let's go ahead and destroy these.
System reconnaissance completed.
That's why I don't bother with destroyers anymore. And admittedly, cruisers aren't a whole lot better.
Construction complete.
They both just sort of melt at this point.
Construction complete.
Once you're done with that, you know what? Feel free to go home and repair. Ooh.
Completed.
What is your... You guys are just sitting there. It's a little creepy, and that's... The fleet now has a new name. Assuming that that's the same fleet. I don't know. But it has a different name now. Well... Or maybe sensors cleared this up. Because the indicator for hostile intel is no longer right there. Ooh. If you guys take that path, you're gonna jump in right on top of that fleet. I don't really want you to do that because you're gonna take a lot of damage in the process. So go there, kill those guys, and then let's just take the long way. No. Damn it, people. Fine. I'll hold your hand and tell you exactly how I want you to get the hell out of Dodge. Go up here, take this route. Yes, it'll take you forever to get back home, but it won't result in you jumping in right on top of the enemy. Thank you very much. I don't really want you jumping right on top of the enemy, and I assume they're not going to be moving anytime soon.
Ships refitted.
Because that's generally been my experience. Once the AI decides it doesn't know what to do with the fleet, it just leaves it sitting there. Hopefully Stellaris, or with the release of 2.0, that won't happen as much, since there'll be the idea of a home base for a fleet. So hopefully the AI won't decide to just have its fleet sitting around doing nothing. Because that is honestly very annoying. It's literally just draining its energy stores unless it has a lot of energy income. Oh. What? One of my spaceports is being attacked. Aha. Up here. You are actually doing something. I am frankly surprised. And there's the Mubon. You're going I don't know where the hell. Oh, you're going over here, I think, right? Yes. I don't know why you took that route. What the hell was with that pathing? A couple of minor enemy fleets also roaming around. Have you guys arrived yet? No. Okay. Now you're in the same system, so we just gotta wait a little bit. And then you'll be there. And that'll be great news for us. And apparently the Sovereign Realms want me to stop my atrocities. I don't know what atrocities it is that I'm apparently committing, but apparently I'm committing some sort of atrocity. As far as I know, this game considers that to be slavery and purging. Apparently, I guess they don't like that I have displacement as my purge type, despite the fact that I don't actually ever purge. Are any of my factions pissed off about the whole idea that I at least allow the concept of purging? Are any of them upset about that? Because if yes, I don't mind removing it because I don't actually do any purging. You only get upset when I do purge. You don't get upset by the idea that I can purge. Yeah. Nobody seems to really care that I at least have the option to go and purge. And so as long as they don't have a problem with me at least having the option, I'm not surprised with the game. And losing that spaceport has apparently damaged my economy to the point where I can't. I'm actually losing energy credits. Wow, that is... I'm frankly surprised that fleet was able to destroy my spaceport. Tier 1 missiles. Tier 2 shields and armor. That is a shit fleet. Wow, that is a surprise. Well, once they leave the system, I'll go ahead and rebuild this. Come on, jump out. There you go. And don't worry, Sector, I'll pay for it. I mean, it's not really my fault it got destroyed, but whatever.
Construction complete.
Oh, are you guys winning, or am I gonna have to do a double assault thing? Looks like you guys are fine. Yeah, you guys are gonna be able to take the planet. Wonderful.
Ground objective secured.
Wonderful. Now that's going to be 2 ticking war score a month, which is helpful. In fact, I could almost end the war if I take just the seeding of planets. But I do want to get the vassalized because it makes sure that those guys won't be able to get in my way. And I'll just integrate them or maybe leave them independent. Well, quote-unquote independent as a vassal. Because it could be useful with the domination tree. Namely the fleet levies for the extra fleet or naval capacity for every vassal that I have. I get 50% of theirs. Jesus, people, quit dying so damn much. Okay, that guy, he just got the job fairly recently there. He hasn't even had the opportunity to level up. But screw it, he's gonna have to take over.
Anomaly found.
Sure, go check it out. What's the worst that could happen? Second fleet, I don't know what to do with you now because I don't really have anything for you to do. I guess I can send you over here. Go and blow up some spaceports.
Science Division report success.
Both of these are good choices, game. The Mega Cannon, so I can actually put some X-sized weapons on my battleships, which is great because they'll be able to engage sooner. However, I would also really love the plus 15% to minerals, because then I can actually build more ships faster. Or at least queue up more ships, rather. Sorry, game. Minerals are more important to me than X-sized weapons. I'm sorry. They really are. Minerals just have more uses. I can use them to build things. I can use them to... Well, that's really their main use, really, is just build things. I can technically trade them, but... that's not really something I'll use them for.
Recon pass completed.
Upgrade all the mines. Skid marks. For some extra engineering. Don't know why it's extra engineering, but it is. Okay, that's the carrier. Yes, I need that. Did I already research the stuff to know how to build Batarian power plants? I did. I just need to know how to clear that tile. Then I can build a Batarian power plant here.
Anomaly found.
Which will be great news for me. You just go and find some more stuff to blow up, basically. That's going to be your job. You are going to go heal. And also get back your 2 strike cruisers that you're missing. Remove you as a rally point and switch it back to the 2nd fleet. Because the 2nd fleet needs a strike cruiser. Did I actually lose a strike cruiser, or did I just somehow screw up my math and miss building one? I think I might have lost one. That's what I get for not looking at the battle reports. So, I don't know one way or the other. You know what? Go blow up that spaceport for me. Or that frontier outpost. Yeah, we'll investigate the tree during peace. Why'd you end your rivalry with me? That makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, okay, sure. It still doesn't make any sense. But I won't stop you from being weird like that if you want to. It doesn't affect me in the slightest. It's just kind of weird. Okay. 1 more month, and I'll be able to learn how to... And that's helpful. Plus 2% to shield hit points for anything that has shields. So my ships will be a little bit tougher.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
And so I'm gonna want to get the fleet levies. That'll be nice. But to be honest, I don't really care for that. I'm slightly more inclined to go for supremacy right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go for supremacy for now. Eventually we'll finish up. Actually, wait, no, I need to finish this. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and finish that. And given my choices, I think I'll go for Imperial Prerogative. And I think I'll take direct control over all the stuff I'm going to gain in this war. And yes, let's learn how to terraform. I do want to try and get to the point where I can terraform Venus.
Construction complete.
Because I think it'll be helpful to be able to have 4 shipyards in the Sol system.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, go check it out. You're done. Because that stuff still needs to get surveyed. And eventually it will. It's just going to be a long-ass time. Unless I manually send a ship up there, which I guess I could do if I really cared enough.
Recon pass completed.
That's the thing, though. I don't really care enough to do that. Go on, get up there and destroy that frontier outpost. Maybe destroy this one up here. Yeah, you know what? Get up there, destroy that one, then go over here and destroy this one, and then I think I'll send you home.
Science division.
We'll see.
Success.
Wonderful. And I would prefer the better reactors, although admittedly I do love the illusionary interface. That's a lot of power, especially if I can upgrade bugged fish. Once that's fully upgraded with dark matter power plants, that planet will be producing tons of power. I mean, it already does actually produce a sizable amount of power, 148, and you haven't even fully upgraded all the buildings here to tier 5. But to be honest, I'd prefer to get the antimatter reactors because I need better reactors.
Inbound message traffic.
Sure. Go here, destroy that, and then head up there. How long has the war been going for, out of curiosity? Just 3 years? Yeah. We're going into our 4th year, though. I don't know why you would build a defense platform around there, but so be it. And you got the Trickster trait. For whatever it's worth.
Construction complete.
And once I finish up this war, I'm going to have to step away for a couple of minutes. Just letting you all know beforehand. What happened to their fleet over here? Okay, what the hell are you doing with your fleets? I'll never know. Yeah, I don't think really destroying that frontier outpost is going to change the borders much, because literally one system over they have a planet.
Construction complete.
Well, I guess I'd prefer... Well, actually, one second. Let's check that. Make sure I'm remembering the traits right. Yeah, I'd prefer for you to be stubborn than to be substance abusers, of which 2 of my governors are. In fact, they're now over the... Now they have a chance of death every month. Currently sitting at 2%, but I believe it's plus 1% every year. So, eventually, both these governors are going to die. Because they're all substance abusers.
Anomaly found.
I don't know why. They just are. Okay, I found their fleet. Let's get the hell out of here. That would explain what they were doing with their fleet. Why it left that system. I just need you guys to survive a couple of months. Do you guys have... Okay, you guys have jump drive 2. I think I might be able to outrun you. Although I think we'll be cutting it a little close. Atmospheric manipulation, yes please. Oh shit. And this is going to drop you off right here. But that's going to put you partway into the system, and those guys are going to jump in at the edge of the system. So actually, it's probably better that you ended up having this occur. 2 more months, guys. Or 1 more month. 1 more month and you guys can get the hell out of Dodge. Ooh. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. You guys are faster than them, hopefully. Maybe. I don't think so, actually. I think you guys are screwed. Yep, okay, come on. It's a couple of days. We're going to take some losses here, I just know it. Come on. Force demands. I think we just barely managed to avoid taking losses there. And you guys just return home, and sure, if you think that's the fastest route, be my guest. Now, like I said, this is a tomb world. I can't live on this type of world, so let's just go ahead and build a bunch of droids. And I'm going to turn that into a massive research planet. Now, these people aren't going to be upset because they're all going to be dying anyway, so... Yeah. Well, no. Forced migration, rather, because I can't survive on this world. Technically, that still means they're going to be dead, though, as far as the game is concerned, actually. You know what? Screw it. Let's just go ahead and take everybody off that planet. That's fine. Don't forget to build the defensive armies. That planet is all kinds of pissed off at me. You don't have a spaceport yet. Apparently I missed clicking the button for you. Okay. And yeah, for now I'm going to take direct control of these worlds. Yeah, destroying that frontier outpost didn't really push the borders at all. I kind of figured that was going to be the case. So I'm not surprised that it worked out the way it did. You get back home. That's a strike cruiser. You need 4 normal cruisers. And then we're just going to save up minerals, I think. So that we can try, if we're lucky, to get some carriers built for the first fleet. Well, really for anybody, but somewhat specifically the first fleet. Okay. Yeah, you continue doing what you're doing. Sure. And eventually you guys are going to want to go over there to survey that stuff. You come over here, kill those. It's going to take you forever to get home, but eventually you'll arrive home. I'm just going to go ahead and make a save in case for whatever reason the game decides it wants to crash in the meantime. Hopefully it doesn't, but you never know. Now, like I said, I'm going to have to step away for just a couple of minutes. Got to go take care of my dog. But... yeah, so give me just a couple of minutes, but we'll be back. Don't worry. Okay, and I'm back. So, a quick reminder, link in the description to a Typeform survey to determine what type of Empire we will be playing as in Stellaris 2.0. Your two choices are post-apocalyptic fanatic purifiers, so that we have a Tomb World start, or despotic despoilers, or whatever the title is. I think that's what it's called. And we'll be using, in that case, the Orc portrait set from the Humanoid Species pack. Or, well, the Orc-looking-ish species. If you have a preference between those two, go and vote. Even if the one you want to win, even if it's currently winning, my advice, still go and vote for it, because that may not be the case if other people decide to go and vote for the other choice. So, like I said, link to that in the description if you want to do it. This obviously includes both anyone watching the stream and, of course, anybody that watches the VOD for this. I'll probably run that survey basically until the release day of Stellaris Apocalypse. I'll probably close it a couple of hours, though, before Stellaris Apocalypse actually releases. But, yeah. So, just wanted to remind you all about that. So, my advice, period, if you have a preference between either of those two, go and vote. Because it increases the chance that the one you want to win ends up actually being the winning choice. Okay, yep, see, I knew that was going to happen eventually.
Construction complete.
These guys decided to leave. Well, not leave, but end their association status with that federation now because they hate the Xanad suzerainty. And the Xanad suzerainty, being a member of it, basically makes them say, we don't want to have anything to do with this federation. That does open me up to a potential ally should I declare war on the Xanad suzerainty in, what is it, a year? Yeah. Oh, and now the Shoklek hegemony has decided that they hate me. Well, not hate, but at least enough to close their borders. Because they're allied to the Xanad suzerainty, whom I'm rivaling. Yeah, not surprised that's going to happen. Okay. Okay, you broke your defensive pact with me now. So I'm going to declare you a rival. Construction ship, what are you doing? You are doing nothing right now because you don't actually have really anything to do. Well, let's get you something to do. You guys are still going to be upset at me for a while. Let me go ahead and open my borders to you so you're a little bit less upset. But yeah, you guys are going to be upset for a long time. Can we trade star charts? No, you're still going to be upset about that just because you're disloyal.
Construction complete. Recon pass completed.
Give it some time. They'll get over it. In the meantime, I gotta build up these worlds. I'm gonna wait for you to finish building all your stuff that's currently in the queue, and then I'll give you a new queue. Replace you, well, what are you? Yeah, replace you with that. You will get upgraded. You are going to be replaced. You're going to be replaced. You're going to get a mining network. You're being replaced. So are you. And you will get a mining network.
Construction complete.
Okay. Those members of the Star Pact just decided to declare me a rival. Now, it is actually slightly annoying. The Muban Empire appears to have basically the same border color as the Chocolate Hegemony, and the Chocolate Hegemony is what's being used to determine the border color of the Star Pact. I would personally prefer the sort of purplish color of the United Selimi Republic, personally. But oh well, sadly not the case. And you guys apparently still have a couple more years until you're ready. I think I did actually set this to basically expire once I'm able to hopefully demand vassalization. And I am hopeful you will accept. I really am. Give you some energy credits. Give me your star charts. If you got anything new from anybody.
Recon pass completed.
Thank you. You did get a little bit of new stuff, but nothing really worth talking about, it would seem. Or... see, I don't know why all this stuff is down here is now surveyed. Now, this world is actually pretty nice. It has 3 Betharian stone. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be sending droids down here to colonize this system. Now, the thing is, sadly, they're all separated. So the question is, which one do I want? Because either way, I can only get one. So here would cover up research, but get me 2 food adjacency tiles, along with obviously the Betharian stone. This one gets me the Betharian stone, a blank tile, and a food for adjacency. This one would only get me a blank tile and then the Betharian stone. I'm inclined to go with this one because at least then it doesn't cover up research, personally. Because I still would like to get that research. But building a colony on top of it means I don't get the research. Or I can just build the reassembled ship shelter wherever the hell I want it, and then move it up here after I clear the dangerous wildlife. That would give me the Betharian stone, a food, and a blank tile. Effectively the same as putting it here. But in that case, why not just put it here? So, yeah. Let's go ahead, tell Earth to build me a colony ship full of droids. I'm going to send it over here. And you know what? Sure, game. You can keep that name. Mostly because it's my way of identifying worthwhile worlds when they still have the symbol that's meant to indicate a precursor thing.
Science division report success.
Fascinating, but what is it? Atmospheric, yada yada. Wonderful. Let's go for the naval capacity. Because I could always use more naval capacity. But I could actually use more food as well, but that can wait a little bit. I'm not desperate for food right now. And yes to the investor mineral income. That takes a lot of my minerals right now, but it gets us a little bit extra every month. For how long is it? Like 10 years or something, I think it is. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I probably shouldn't forget about that stuff.
Construction complete.
Mining network, build a droid there. Repair that. Repair that. And that. Put a droid there. What did our leader decide? Oh no, our leader leveled up. Never mind. This is not useful to me, so let's get a mining network there instead. Because I don't have slaves, so slave processing plants are absolutely worthless, and that is a terrible place to put that. What the hell were you thinking, game? Cancel that. Demolish that. Build a brand new one right there. That is a slightly better location. What the hell was the game thinking? Building a planetary or the ship shelter in the corner. The rest of them are fine, but for whatever reason, for Kadan, it built it in the corner. Why? Was there not enough room? Was there a tile blocker here before that I don't know about? I guess.
Science Division reports the new.
But that is a terrible place to put that. And let's go ahead and get the dreadnoughts now. Yep. By the end of this stream, we will have plus 1,000 minerals a month, which admittedly, considering our ships cost more than 1,000 minerals to build a single one of, that's actually not much. Okay. Okay, apparently I might have been off. Maybe I did only do it for 10 years. Yeah, you know what? Actually, that probably is the case. I only did it for 10 years. Let's go ahead and renew this for another 10 years. And I'll send you a bunch of energy because I have an abundance of energy and I need to keep my minerals. Thank you for accepting that. I did not want to send you minerals if I could avoid it. I told you to come down here and destroy that, did I not? Or did you somehow cancel your previous orders somehow? This planet is still upset, but I don't really care. Any more open spaces here? No, not yet. You're gonna work there.
Recon pass completed.
Oh, the Mubon Empire ended their rivalry with me. Are you sure that was a great idea? I don't think it was, personally. Okay, I need to add some more stuff to the sectors. Just because I don't want to have to manage some of these places. And then here, I just kind of want to clean up your borders. Those are terrible looking.
Construction complete.
And that's fine. Okay, you guys go ahead and destroy those. Can I learn about them at all? Out of curiosity, game? No, I'm not allowed to meet the ETA aliens, according to the game. That's fine. I didn't really need to meet them. How fast are you? Okay, you're kitted out the same as my combat ships, so you'll be fine.
Construction complete.
One of those strike cruisers that I just got is very heavily damaged for whatever reason. Oh. Yes, you guys technically won, but Oh, all you did was liberate a planet and then force somebody to cede a planet to somebody. I don't know who to who. Overall, I think that was a crap deal. But I guess you got tired of fighting the war. I think the AI has a limit to how long it wants to fight a war against other AI. Although I don't know sort of what that limit is. Okay, now you can go home. Do I have a science ship in that area? I have you. It's good enough. Go research the project there. And then finish surveying the system, because we never really got to do that. Because the science ship that went there before had to run away. Actually, you are the science ship, I think, that went there, but I think you got a new person in charge. I don't actually know if you have a new person in charge or not, but I think you do.
Construction complete.
Let's go ahead and upgrade all our spaceports to level 6. Or at least as close to level 6 as we can. So that we can decrease the maintenance on our ships a little bit again. Ruler leveled up, wonderful. That gives me a little bit extra naval capacity and monthly unity. Alright, oh, apparently I got the game paused. Whoops. Oh, well, never mind. It's because I have it set to pause automatically anytime an event pops up. And technically opening that menu, or that pop-up to close it, does result in, oh, and you just made a defensive pact with the guys over here that I was kind of hoping to get on my side for a war against the Xanid suzerainty. But clearly that won't be happening now, more than likely. I could technically declare war on you in a year. Well, yeah, actually almost exactly a year. A little bit less. You, I won't be able to declare war on until, okay, about 4 years. Because you broke the defensive pact with me, I guess, when I won my war against these guys. How are things stacking up? Forget the fallen empires. Nobody has actual superior fleet power to me. But there are some people with equivalent. And then, of course, the Democratic Crusaders with superior tech. I think that's just because they have... I don't know what it is exactly, but I don't think it's actual military tech.
Special project complete.
Ooh. Okay. After rigorous research, we now understand why the trees sap some of these creatures. The tree is able to produce a highly nutritious substance, which has machine-like abilities to repair organic tissue. The tree is a tree of life. Well, that's nice. If we harvested it, we could use it to expand the lifespan of our people, but there is one problem. The tree's healing power is limited in amount. Or I can just say, no, we're not going to do anything with it. Why the hell would I ever do that? You know, I kind of lean more towards making my pops happier so that they're more productive and I get more from their stuff. So, yeah. And I think it also might have a slight effect on ethics attraction. I think when they're really pissed off is when they're more likely to go against the governing ethics, I think. I've never really paid attention to it. So I'm going to... okay. You know what, I guess I... well, no, you guys are busy doing other stuff. Forget about it for right this second. Actually, for you, let's go and get that monument, though. You know, since I'm going to queue up shit anyway. Fine. We'll build the power plants, or at least the tier 1 versions. Is Bugged Fish done? No. It still has a ways to go. Up and I'm paused again. I keep doing that. Oh, okay, more people here died, or, well, didn't die, but got deported off the planet because they can't live there anymore. Well, what are you good at? Okay, you're good at energy, yeah, so...
Anomaly found.
You guys focus on working energy stuff, if you don't mind. No, game, why the hell do you always do that stuff? This was a much better place to build an engineering lab. Because you have the cybernetics facility that adds an adjacency bonus of +1, and then also provides a planetary modifier of +5%. Oh my god, the game is so stupid. Still building a biolab there, because I generally respect how resources when it comes to deciding what type of things, or how to upgrade a lab. This is a terrible place for that. There's gotta be a better spot. Sadly, I can't build cybernetics facilities, so... yeah, I'm just gonna have to leave that be, I guess. And you are missing your carriers, but that's because you're not going to get actual carriers. Let's send the light carriers as a hand-me-down to the second fleet, because the first fleet is now going to get its carriers. Or at least a couple of them. I can't quite afford to build them all. And obviously we'll eventually have to get rid of those light carriers, but for now I'd rather them go as a hand-me-down to the second fleet. Just so that they don't go to complete waste. Okay. What do you use? Okay, I don't need both of you guys over there. If you don't mind, come over here, research the debris. I should have told you all to do this much sooner. So, it's kind of my fault. And you won't be able to get all of them. Hell, you might not even be able to really get any of it.
Recon pass completed.
Solar panel network, solar panel network. Wait, 3 energy credits? Did a mod change that? Or is it because I've just got a bunch of stuff stacking that increases? Yeah, it might be because of the energy credit investing, I don't know. Along with some other stuff that increases energy credits. Maybe it's now finally enough to stack to where that's a +3. That or a mod change it, I honestly do not know. I'm going to assume it's the stacking. That's going to be my guess. Actually, there's an automated repair facility over there.
Construction complete.
Oh, you bastards. You just had to build a frontier outpost there to
Construction complete.
push my borders back slightly. Really? You should be able to do more orders than that. Somebody else must have already ordered things to get built there. Finish building up this sector.
Engineers have made planetfall.
Wonderful.
Construction complete.
You guys are still upset at me. Eventually, though, you won't be too upset. Okay, and now I could technically fight you. But I'm gonna have to say no to that. I do think as of right this second, it's not the greatest idea. "16 more months until we get the better reactors." Okay, that is 3. Let's go ahead and get 3 more. Well, okay, never mind. 1 more carrier. Don't have enough. God, those things are expensive. And that's with the thing that decreases their cost by 20%. And I'll have to wait 2 months for Mars to queue up some. But once I get the Armada battle formations, that's a plus 10% in naval capacity, which will help me out a little. Who just died? Or a general. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care. Although I should probably upgrade that army by building some more troops or building a second army for the second fleet. One of the two, depending upon how I'm going to have my fleets operating in the future. Generally, when possible, I try to have them go and do their own thing. But sometimes it's not an option. So, we'll see.
System reconnaissance completed.
We'll see how the two of them end up operating as time goes on. But that maintenance cost will go down at least a little bit once I get the upgrade for the additional fleet capacity. How are you doing here? Okay, I finished off Discovery. But I'm going to go for Supremacy next. Because I really need it.
Special project complete.
What the hell are you? Oh, the pirate frigate crap. Wow, 104. That's what's supposed to be a destroyer type vessel? No, that is crap. Screw that. Get rid. Oh, damn it! Wrong button. Disband it. I'm not paying for it. Now you go auto explore at this point. I don't care what you do.
Recon pass completed.
Okay, and these are both going to happen at around about the same time.
Science division report success.
Yep, went down from 30 to 22. And yes, ecological adaptation. I would love to be able to turn Mars into a continental world.
Construction complete.
Although, of course, the people on the world will be pissed off while I'm doing it, but nonetheless, it's something I want to do. Yes, thanks for the minerals, guys. That was very kind of you, because now I can use it to build another carrier. Let's see. 4 there, 5, 7, 8. I need 2 more. Okay, we'll be fine. Let's see. Yeah, no, you're still 290. I think I'll be going to war with Ronian Consciousness next. Because they just seem like the next obvious choice for somebody to attack. Mostly because anybody else that I attack is going to result in me basically needing to fight a federation, so my choices are fairly limited. Outside of attacking the fanatical purifiers to my south. And I'd be able to take at least 4 worlds from that. Actually isn't too bad. Or I could even go so far as to attack the fallen empire that's on my borders. That's also not a terrible choice, all things considered.
Battle debris secured.
But I think I prefer to go for the fanatic purifiers, because this would be a very easy war. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I should only need 1 fleet for that. 1 fleet and their transports, obviously.
Field engineers have cleared a blocker.
You cleared a... There was a blocker on Mars? What the hell are you talking about? Wait. Ah, that's what you're talking about over here. Yes, of course. Go ahead and do that. Let's build a droid to go and work there. Although I will be probably just moving somebody to work there instead. Once the Betharian power plant has actually been built. But until it's built, I'm going to be using... I'm just going to have somebody set to be built to work that tile. Engineering lab, thank you very much, game.
Construction complete.
I really don't know what the hell your problem was. Sending the wrong... or building the wrong building. Is Bugged Fish done? No, it still has the energy nexus. But at this point, that's fine. Go ahead and upgrade this first row of buildings.
Construction complete.
For now, just do the top row. Because that's going to take you forever anyway.
Construction complete.
Okay, you build a mining network there.
Construction complete.
Build a power plant there. Yeah, you know, I actually do need food now. I'm really not producing a whole lot of it. Oh, our people apparently love this world. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, if they love it, be my guest. I won't force you guys to leave. And our governor just died. And it was the governor of my core worlds, because of course it's going to be him first. Okay, you know, you're probably not going to live much longer either, so I'm just going to say screw it. I'll take the hydroponics farm person.
Special project complete.
I don't really think he's a good choice, but screw it. I'll just move him somewhere else later when I think there's a better choice. How long until our truce is over? 2295. Okay, that should be enough time for you to get down here and survey that stuff. And then go auto explore. Actually, now go down there, survey that stuff, upgrade. And then I can send you to auto explore after that. Next war will give me access to the ring world here. I will have to give up a world though, however, to do that. That's not that too big of a deal because I've got 2 worlds up here that I can easily give up to a sector. What's your fleet capacity? Well, not fleet capacity, but how powerful is your fleet? Your 4th fleet is much like everybody else, still running around with crappy scout wings on your carriers, but it's not terrible, but it is sub 20k, which is still actually kind of crap at the end of the day. But it could be worse, you know, that's the thing. Okay, let's go ahead and queue up the last of the carriers for the 1st fleet.
Construction complete.
Well, for Classius Auphinius, but as I just refer to it, the 1st fleet. Because it's just much easier for me to refer to fleets in the order in which they were built. Okay, and we're going to get better reactors, which of course means those carriers that I currently have in the queue are going to have to get upgraded eventually anyway. But this will help me out because I'll be able to slap some extra shields in theory. Ooh, there we go. Ronian consciousness declared war on the Muban Empire. Yeah. I'm going to say yes to the database. Thank you very much, game. That's an 8 research for all 3 research fields. And it can be built on every world to replace all my research stuff. But first, let's go ahead and upgrade all of our stuff here. I really don't give a crap about the defensive platforms or the frontier outposts, so upgrade them however the hell you want to, game. I really don't care. Same with the colony ship and the construction ship. The carrier needs that. Can I do that? No, I figured I couldn't, but I was hopeful. I was hopeful that I could. Let me see. Can I replace both of those? Yes, I can. Wonderful. Extra shields on our battle cruiser. Although in the late game, with all the mods that I'm actually using, shields aren't actually as useful. You're actually going to generally want things that have shield pen, preferably very high shield pen, to effectively just ignore shields altogether. Because otherwise battles will take forever. And they really do take forever. I can, at the end of the stream probably, is when I'll do it. I can load up the personal game that I have going, declare war on somebody, and just sort of show how those battles tend to go. But they generally just become a slugging fest, hoping that your fleet will survive longer than the enemy fleet. Just reactors, no? Okay, fine. And while admittedly I don't actually use the Corvettes, I will still upgrade them just on the off chance I were to ever build a Corvette. Because, hey, you never know. I might need to build one eventually. Okay, let's go ahead and tell you to upgrade. That's gonna take quite a while, I imagine. 157 days for you. Longer for you, I imagine. Because first I need to wait a little bit to get the money. There we go. Oh god, that's gonna take forever. Yeah, 280, you know, honestly, by the time you're able to do that, I'll be able to declare war on the Ronian consciousness, and preferably I would declare war on the Ronian consciousness when it comes to somebody that is actually going to put up a fight. And plus, they're currently busy fighting the Muban Empire, so they're going to be slightly, at least, distracted. And it'll get me closer to the guys that I'm trying to diplo-vassalize, because at least then they won't be able to complain as much about distance for why they say no to being vassalized.
Construction complete.
Governor got an interest in architecture, be my guess. Doesn't really change anything. Now I need to hire some new people to take command of these. You can take their place, be my guess. Doesn't really matter. You know what? You can feel free to try to build that stuff, but it's right on the edge, so I do expect you to get kicked out. So I don't think you'll succeed there. Yep, that... Oh god. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go to war with the Ronian consciousness next, to be honest. Because the first fleet's gonna take so damn long to upgrade. And also, that's basically what's going to end up happening for upgrading our fleets going forward. When we have once we have both of our fleets fully capped out on how I designed them, yeah. I think I've seen as much as like 400 days to upgrade. Oh, their governor died. Okay, second fleet is done. You know what? Once you're done over there, come over here. You got a bunch of stuff over here that needs to get built up. Because the AI didn't build all their orbital stations. Or they didn't collect all their orbital resources, rather. There we go, that's all of those over there. Then you gotta come down here, and there's a couple of more.
Construction complete.
And then I'll have you go and probably build some stuff within those sectors. Okay, first fleet is about halfway done now.
Battle debris secured.
Plasteel, some better armor. Don't care too much for the food though, so go ahead and move to working that. I will have this place actually upgrade its food production now. upgrade all the mines. Eventually I'll go through the process of actually expanding the buildable space on that planet, because it is needed.
Construction complete.
I really want the Unity game, I'll be honest with you. I've got a bit of a preference for that right now. Oh, this planet is done. I did not realize. Well then. The only things that can live here are our droids, so we're just gonna have them go ahead and fill up basically all the space here. Gotta wait a month. Kinda ran out of minerals. Screw that. I'm not going to give you one of my scientists.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
And again, I don't have slaves, but this does decrease edict costs, which does affect the empire-wide edicts. But let's go for cheaper war demands. Although I won't be able to take advantage of that until the next war. Which I don't know if there actually will be a next war because, yeah, I don't know how long it'll take for the war with Ronian consciousness.
Construction complete.
That's ecological adaptation. So now I can terraform Mars into a continental world, and same with Sagia. Because, yeah, they're humans, and, well, they're Terrans, rather.
System reconnaissance completed.
And, yeah, I could stand to use all that extra food, or not food, rather, excuse me. Extra happiness and production as a result of habitability. So these people will be really happy. They'll also get a couple of extra modifiers on the world as a result. Those modifiers are, what are they? I'm trying to remember. I think one increases society output, another increases just happiness. I don't remember what they're called though off the top of my head, but it happens whenever you terraform a world as a result of, pretty sure it's one of the mods I'm using. Don't recall this ever being a thing in the base game.
Bioblocker cleared.
Okay, first fleet is almost done. But I'm still going to have to do a couple of upgrades, actually, because these guys aren't going to make it in time. But those upgrades won't take too long.
Ships refitted.
And how long? 29 months until I can get my sweet, sweet dreadnoughts. Although I'll probably skip the dreadnoughts and go straight for the super dreadnoughts because, yeah, my experience has generally been as soon as I research dreadnoughts, I'm able to research the super dreadnoughts immediately after. And super dreadnoughts are a whole hell of a lot better. So why waste minerals building dreadnoughts when I can save them and build super dreadnoughts? So yes, that's probably what I'm going to end up actually doing. Come on. Oh, damn it, paused again. I keep forgetting that I have that enabled, and it's mostly just because I want the game to pause when an event fires, but I always forget to unpause it. I do wish it would auto unpause, or at least provide an option to auto unpause after I close whatever event it is that auto paused the game. Hopefully I can afford to actually have both my fleets outside. first, let's go ahead and send Second Fleet up there. You guys can go ahead and start making your way over to... It really doesn't matter, does it? Go here for now. Okay, yes, I can just barely afford to have both my fleets out at once. You guys should link up, I think. I don't think you guys are going to be fast enough entering the hyperlane to get away. Nope, you are. Just barely fast enough. Damn it. Okay, I need to wait like an extra day or two. Clearly. Actually, go and do your upgrades. Okay, that just gave us some free armor upgrades now, which of course means I gotta go back through here and apply those. Actually, I could enable auto upgrade. It would probably do a decent job, because it would just upgrade things when it can. But you know, I've never really... Oh, missed one. I've never really paid attention, though, to how effective auto upgrade is when it comes to this. Also, I don't think armor is actually that effective with all these mods enabled. Just personal opinion on that, it doesn't really seem to do much to decrease the damage I receive. Though it could also be because I'm using fairly crappy armor. I mean, this is base game armor, this isn't armor from the mods. So that's probably also affecting it slightly. Okay, once you get up here, do more upgrades. Same with you, once you get up here, do some more upgrades.
Construction complete.
Then we'll go to war. Hopefully upgrading the armor won't take as long as upgrading the reactors. I think that's mostly because of the power plant station mod. I think this is set to actually cost quite a bit in terms of build time. I don't think this tells me what's affecting it, though. No, of course not. And eventually those guys will actually merge someday. How are you guys feeling? You're still pretty upset at me to the point where you're still disloyal. Your fleet, I think, just got weaker, though. And somebody got kicked out of space. I did not pay attention to who, though. Oh, I missed a farm to put in the queue for upgrades.
Ships refitted.
Okay, you go to auto exploring. Okay, there's nowhere you can auto explore. And I haven't researched the assist research yet, so that doesn't help. So I'm gonna have some science ships that are doing nothing for a little while. You guys aren't doing anything, so go ahead and upgrade your farms. Physics there. Physics down here. That's a biolab. Upgrade those. Build some more of our science labs. I do actually kind of want this planet to produce a little bit of unity, just so it sort of helps pay for itself. Upgrade that. Okay, now this planet is finally growing on its own now. I don't really need the extra energy credits, so you go ahead and provide the adjacency bonus over to here. Oh. We have an authoritarian faction. When did that form exactly? Must have been fairly recent because I don't recall ever seeing it before. Yes, it is slightly better for you to work there. That also ends up with a two-way adjacency bonus, so that's actually not too bad. How happy are they? A little bit upset because I don't have a governor in every sector. Well, that's mostly because I can't afford to have a governor in every sector. And I don't have the domination tradition yet. And Ronian consciousness just closed their borders to me. That's fine. I really don't care.
Ships refitted.
Damn it! No! I don't want you guys expanding. Because then you're gonna be even less inclined to accept my diplo-vassalization offer because you'll say, oh, we've got so-and-so number of pops. That's too much for us to be willing to become somebody's vassal. Which is something I find very annoying, honestly. So, yes, I'll have to deal with that. Worst case scenario, I'll have to forcefully vassalize them. Which is not something I really want to do because then they're going to generally be disloyal. Now, the Ronian consciousnesses are a hive mind, and because of that, their pops are going to instantly start getting killed. And actually fairly quickly, I believe, has been my experience so far. Now, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and take that. Medgar. Scamorse. Rieth. That place. Reskimir. Cration. And I can't afford anything else, so I guess I'll just ask that you destroy a frontier outpost somewhere within your borders that I don't like the look of. Let's go ahead and tell you to destroy the one in Pesh. Not that that's going to really change your borders at all. Actually, change of plans. I'm going to go and actually take that one instead of this. Ooh, but then I still can't quite afford that. Damn it. Okay, what else do I have to give up? Rieth. You know what? I don't need Rieth. Where's Rieth? There it is. And that's another fruitful endeavor. I'll humiliate you. That's fine. That's what we'll do. That's going to be my war goals. So we're going to take this stuff. That way our border push will get us closer to these guys, who will hopefully then not complain about distance when I ask them to become my vassal in 5 years or so.
Standing by to commence offensive operations.
Because of this, I now need to do a slight change of plans on where we're going to attack. So you go up there and take that first. You go over here, destroy that. Then go over here and destroy that. And then I'll figure out what to do with you after that. Also, swap out the rally point. The second fleet's going to be getting carriers to replace the light carriers eventually. I don't know when exactly that'll happen. you slight change your plans, go home and, well, not home, but
Construction complete.
go over here real quick and get some basic upgrades. It'll only take you a moment,
Construction complete.
but I would prefer for you to have them. And for you, it doesn't matter where you work, you're still going to be upset. And Ruler just got the General Researcher trait. Oh, you must have triggered your shock. You had a 50% chance of it triggering every time you enter a system. If you manage to survive long enough to get that up to... what is it, tier 7 I think it is? Or no, tier... shock 6 actually I think is what it is. It might be 7 though, but I think it's 6. Whatever it is. When you max it out, then it'll trigger every time you enter a system, which is great.
Construction complete.
Because, yes, this helps quite a bit when fighting. I don't really care too much for the rest of these, although Siege is slightly useful for the extra ship hull points, but it's only 5%, so it really doesn't matter too much. You know what, game? Sure. Go and check that out.
Ships refitted.
And I'm going to send you there. And I'm going to send you to Terra. No, not Terra. Sigia. I'd prefer if you did it by going through my borders, to be honest, you know, just because I don't want you to get killed. You might want to take that into account, game. You should never, by default, in my opinion, try to go through hostile territory, especially for a civilian ship.
Construction complete.
Those should, in my opinion, by default be set to, even if they're in their normal evasive stance, that should automatically have them try to avoid using enemy territory to get somewhere, unless they absolutely have to. Just go and blow up their spaceports. That'll hurt them economically, because it'll up their ship maintenance cost. Eventually they won't be able to afford to have all those ships out. And that'll hurt them, especially if they hit 0 energy credits by some miracle. I don't think the AI generally has that happen though, sadly. But, you know, on the off chance they do, it is a decrease to how powerful their ships are. Well, sucks to be these 5 corvettes. They're about to get jumped. Oh, okay. Well, we killed those guys, but now they've got a fleet here that I have to deal with. And also, they do have particle lances. What the hell is that? Hive amplifier. Oh, okay, I guess that's their unique version of my shield amplifier. I didn't realize they got a unique version of it. Wonderful. Go ahead and bomb that planet. And full bombardment stance. I really don't care. Especially for these guys. Oh no, I don't want you to actually enter orbit. I'm sorry if I confused you guys. It's not what I want. I just want you to go around blowing up their spaceports. And you guys can go ahead and land your armies there. Yeah, those corvettes got destroyed as soon as we jumped in. The game didn't even have time to finish loading the system again when they got destroyed, so yeah, that's what happens. Go to Fruitful Endeavor. And feel free to just basically bomb it into oblivion. Who are you and why do you want to be my friend? Ah, you. And you're not in good terms with some of my neighbors. I'll say yes, mostly because it doesn't really matter. I won't have time to go to war with you outside of personal games, so at this point I don't really care. Anyone who wants to be my friend can be my friend. Basically is what we're doing. Unless I'll be managed to squeeze in a war with you. Wonderful. Move on to the next target.
Special project complete.
Okay. Game's like, yeah, it turns out that's actually a little disappointing. We thought their plants were a little bit more unique. Turns out they're really not. Well, I don't know why you thought the plants were going to be particularly unique, game. It's an ammonia world. The only things that can live there within our empire, at least right now, are droids. And eventually synths, of course. I'd have to terraform the world if I wanted anything else to live there. Oh, found their fleet. Ooh, damn. That is actually a fairly sizable fleet. And they're hitting my transports because of fucking course they are. How the hell they even managed to jump over there that quickly? I think that's a load of bull. They just jumped into this fucking system. They shouldn't have been able to jump all the way over there that quickly. But now, of course, because of that, I've got to completely rebuild all of my assault armies. Because they destroyed them all ridiculously fucking quickly. Now, are they coming after my fleet? They are. Well, they do have flexibility 6, but even that's not going to have allowed them to jump from here immediately over. So that's definitely bull, in my opinion. Oh no, I'm not going to fight you guys on an even playing field. I'm making sure I link up with my second fleet before I get into a fight with you guys. I'm going to tell the first fleet to follow the second fleet. At least for right now. Okay, never mind. They've changed their plans. Let's get the second fleet linked up. Nope. Now they've changed their mind. They're saying, no, we are going to attack you. What the hell is that shit? God damn it. Well, we're going to take a lot of losses here. Though we'll take out a lot of their stuff as well. But we're still going to have to emergency FTL out of here. Of course, now they're going to come from my other fleet. So get the hell out of Dodge. You guys aren't going to get away. You'll be able to do more damage to them though, but you're definitely not getting away.
Field engineers have cleared a blocker.
Oh, I finally met some curators. Well, a little late for you guys to be particularly useful, but I can still ask. Still something, at least. But it's not as useful as it could have been.
Construction complete.
Let's just get rid of it. It's,
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
yeah, see what I tell you. Immediately after researching dreadnoughts, I can go ahead and research the super dreadnought. So let's go ahead and get the super dreadnought. I'll design a dreadnought, but I won't be building a dreadnought. Because there's really no reason for me to build a dreadnought. And now I just wait for the first fleet to pop up somewhere so I can rebuild it. Okay, what do you need? You need your battleships. Your carriers all survived though, what the hell? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. How many battleships do you need? Need 7. Then what else? A battle cruiser, a strike cruiser, and then some regular cruisers. How many regular cruisers? 8. There you go. Now it's going to take forever to get built, of course. We're looking at about a year for that.
Reports a new breakthrough.
Let's speed it up a little bit with some of that research there. By the time that research is able to take effect, the first fleet should be ready. Second fleet, hopefully you're not jumping to the same system because I need you to go elsewhere. Well, I guess it doesn't actually matter where you go. I prefer for you to go elsewhere though.
Construction complete.
No, you guys are not allowed to regroup in the Sol system. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that's just the way it's going to work here, I'm afraid. The Sol system does not work as a point for you to regroup. The Sol system is busy building stuff for the first fleet. I don't need you guys taking it, because you decide to enter the orbit of Earth, which is going to basically generally get you stuff from both Terra and Luna. The stuff from Mars will, of course, successfully make it to the first fleet. And of course, all your light carriers survive, because I don't know what the hell the game was thinking when it decided to prioritize going after the battleships and cruisers. But apparently that's what the game decided to do. Sagia, you're going to be doing a little bit of building up for me if you don't mind. So let's build you an engineering bay. You're going to be doing light building, though. Mostly building things that are fairly quick to build. Like the cruisers. The battleships will still have to get built, generally speaking, in the Sol system as it stands right now. Because that's going to take forever. Of course, sadly, this stream is got about 20 more minutes left. At the very least, I'll finish this war before I end the stream, and thus, as a result, the series, because I just don't have the time to record a part after this stream. Okay, first set of battleships are about to leave dry dock. Bugged fish is done. Let's go ahead and upgrade these. Admittedly, this world will never be seen fully developed, which is a shame. Well, that's actually not true. I could probably actually do that. I don't know. Actually, is there a cheat for instant growth? I don't think there is. Because if there was, then I could technically show off this world fully developed. And see how much power it produces. Oh, Sagia's done wonderful. Okay, Sagia, I need you to build me 7 cruisers. And 1 strike cruiser. It'll still take you a little bit of time, but oops, apparently I forgot about you. Where do you want to work? Work there, I guess. That's fine. You can go ahead and work there. And that's a physics thing. There we go. And sadly also, that Tomb World won't get shown off fully developed. Unless I load my personal game, and even then I don't think it's fully developed. I think I'm still building a bunch of the pops. You know, it might actually be better to go for clones rather than the
Construction complete.
other things, because clones are so much faster to build. Yeah, they take 1/3 the time. Yeah, you know what? It's far too late for this to have any real meaning, of course, sadly, but sure, let's go ahead and act as if it's not the end of the series. But realistically, yeah, I probably should have gone with clones on this world. Because it would have been great. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, Okay, well, no matter what, you're going to end up working a food tile, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Now, here's... See, yes, I took a planet from you, but here's the thing. You were already in a war. You have effectively abandoned your war against the Muban Empire that you started because I took one planet from you. And while I understand the way the AI works, it always wants to liberate its stuff. I don't know why. The base game doesn't have ticking war scores, so it doesn't really make sense to me, at least, to have the AI want to constantly go back and liberate its stuff.
Science Division reports success.
Especially if in doing so, it's effectively abandoning another war. But whatever, that's what the game does. Anything decent here that I really want to research? Not really. I guess I'll go for the illusionary interface, although it's far too late for me to show it off. Well, that's not true. I could still show it off. You know what? You know, generally I don't do this, but you know what? Since it's going to be the end of the series anyway, let's make sure it goes off with a bang.
Construction complete.
I think that affects the AI as well, so the AI has resources that it's willing to actually spend. It actually could do stuff to me.
Field engineers have cleared a blocker. Tile blocker cleared. Tile blocker cleared. Field engineers have cleared a blocker.
Just go ahead and upgrade all that stuff. Yeah, 377. That's a ridiculous amount of power if we're going to be completely honest. Engineering, physics, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. And then, what do I need? I need physics. We'll just kit this out with a bunch of physics and then some extra engineering, I guess. You know what? Let me check it. Is there a... Again, I don't think there is. No. Yeah, I didn't figure there was. Well, there might be other ways to do it. Okay, and you need your battleships. Let's get rid of your light carriers. And replace them with legit carriers. And you know what? Since we're just going to go ahead and try and make sure the series goes out with a bang. Oh god, what is it? Please don't crash. There we go. You know, that really doesn't matter, so I'm just gonna say screw it, I don't give a shit. Oh. It didn't research these.
Science division report success.
And now all that's there is repeatables. Don't care game. Let's go into here real quick. Best reactor, sure. Okay, what the hell's the best shields? I actually don't know. Looks like psionic shields are, in theory, the best. What's the best power, though? Resonant shield? Actually, you know what? Fuck it, game. Just design it as you see fit, actually. You know, I really don't care. I'm just gonna let you design this as you see. Ooh. Different Corvette type. What the hell can I do? Oh, this is a patrol boat. Don't care about the patrol boat. Get rid of it. I didn't ask you to design any ships for me, game. That'll be fun. A couple things though to change to that. Namely because you're lacking some stuff that I would love to have on this. Sure, we'll go with psionic jump drives. You know, we would never get access to this, technically speaking. And gravity guns, if you don't mind, for that stuff. Oh, actually, wait. What are you thinking? Annihilator core across the board. And this is actually better. What's the range on that? 110? It's 80. Design as you see fit. And then I'll make some modifications. You guys still need some better reactors, but with all the tech that gives shielding, or well, armor rather, excuse me, that's not that big of a deal. Flagship, sorry, we're not going to use that one. And then Annihilator core across the board. And 80 again. And again, sure, we'll use the psionic jump drive. You guys, super carriers, yes please. And which one of these is anti-shield? You are anti-shield. Whoops. was it 70? That's fine. It's going to take a little bit to actually get through here because of all the upgrades that doing that just did. Sonic jump drives, kick those on. You guys have 7, no? Okay, no, you still got to go with that. Okay, if you think that's the best, be my guest, game. I won't stop you. But I don't think those are the best. Also, did you get back your stuff? No, you didn't. You never get it back. That's such a shame. I don't know if the gravity guns actually have a unique thing. Wait. Why aren't you using the ship-mounted predictive sensors game? Those are clearly the best option. I'm sorry. I don't think you're understanding the way this is supposed to work, game. Those predictive sensors are crap. Or what you're trying to use is crap. Ship-mounted predictive sensors, thank you very much. Oh, well that's the Dreadnought. I'm not using the Dreadnought anyway. I'm not going to build any of those. That's fine. Artillery range of 80. Actually, wait. Advanced spinal mount. Now try again. You're missing some power. That's fine. Oh, why are you... Yeah, the auto design thing is kind of struggling with some of these things. Can't say I blame it, though, to be completely honest. You know what? Sure, let's check out some torpedoes. Those are range of 80. I don't bother with the destroyers. Sure, game. If you want to go with the strike swarmers, I won't stop you. And then some other stuff that I never really bothered with. Okay, let's go ahead and get these things upgraded real quick.
Ships refitted.
I do actually have all of you guys set to use... I should have checked that first as well. Yeah, you guys should have auto... Yeah, you did. Good. Yeah, some of these mods that get absolutely ridiculous when you get to the very end of their research trees. I mean, you can just watch our mineral income climb. Which, of course, because of this, it brings a whole new sort of balance to the game. $700 from a single planet for energy. It's definitely not ridiculous. here. Yes, I understand that I can only have a single flagship.
Construction complete.
I think this has also tanked the frame rate. At least a little bit. I do feel as though it's a bit slower.
Construction complete.
Are you guys actually going to be able to merge? Because you shouldn't be able to.
Construction complete. Ships refitted. Ships refitted.
You know what? I'm just going to disband you guys. It's easier. And then I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Battlecruiser and strike cruiser, right? Yeah. Okay, there we go. And let's basically just show how this turns out. Apparently I've got a mystical army that's hidden somewhere. Not sure what the deal is there.
Ships refitted.
I can't even select it though, so yeah, I really don't know what the deal is. Oh, you're missing a battleship. Whoops, go back, turn around real quick. You need a battleship. Oh shit, you're already engaging them, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay, the gravity gun, I guess, uses the effect for the tier 1 plasma. You guys still lost a battleship somehow. Can we just make sure that that goes on the record? You guys still lost a frickin' battleship. Despite having, like, 4 times, at least. More than that, actually, I'm pretty sure. What was their fleet power? Don't know, because they're all dead. But, you guys had a shit ton more fleet power than them, and you still managed to lose a battleship. Like, what the hell? You know, you guys were generally the biggest threat, quote unquote. I'm curious as to exactly how powerful you would have really been. You know what? I'll just tell you to research something. I don't fucking care what it is, just do something. Yeah, the fact that you guys still lost the battleship is what the hell? Yeah, I'll just end this stream with this in a moment. They got a decent sized little fleet up here with a dreadnought in it. yeah. Okay, well, just gonna do this. As if we had won that war. Legit. Because obviously we didn't. But, this is the final part anyway. Figured, why the hell not show off a bunch of the stuff that we weren't going to get access to come the end of this series. So, yeah, there we go. That's some stuff that we would have gotten access to if the series was able to go on longer. Sadly, Stellaris gets its DLC releases on a semi-regular basis, and that semi-regular basis basically makes sure you can't have any long-running series unless I do like hour-long parts 5 days a week or something, which is never going to happen. I'm sorry, it really won't. I would love it if I could, but it's impossible for me to do that because I just do not have the time to do that. The only days of the week that I have to record are Thursday and Friday. I might be able to squeeze in one on Wednesday sometimes, but generally that's a no-go more often than not. And then Monday and Tuesday are just completely out because I've got classes from like 9 in the morning until like 4 in the afternoon. So don't have time to record after that either. So yes, that is the end of this series. Like I said, reminder, link in the description to a Typeform survey to determine what type of empire we will play as in Stellaris 2.0. Your two choices are the post-apocalyptic fanatic purifiers or the despotic despoilers, or whatever they're called, something to that effect. Or barbaric despoilers, excuse me. I don't know why the hell I keep saying it wrong. And so yes, that is there as an option. If you have a preference for either of those two, go and vote for it. Even if the one you want to have win is winning, still vote for it. Because if you don't vote for it, it might no longer be winning when I end up closing the poll in about a week. So, yeah. I will see you all in the next Stellaris series that I do, which will be, again, as one of those two, whichever one wins. Personally, I don't really care either way. I think both will be fun. I do actually kind of wish I could find a rabbit or a bunny portrait set for Stellaris to use with the Fanatic Purifiers. I just think that would be really fun, but sadly I don't think that's going to be the case. So yes, and that game is going to be a mostly vanilla game, I think, because there's just not really going to be any mods that are going to be compatible with Stellaris 2.0 right at release. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty much vanilla game, I think, at the end of the day. And of course, I'll be learning the game while doing that series because I haven't obviously played Stellaris 2.0. I mean, I've been following the dev diaries, but eventually it's just going to come down to I need to actually know what the hell I'm doing. So that'll be also a slightly blind series because of all the changes they're making to the game mechanics. Actually, one second. One thing I want to do real quick. Just for the hell of it, really, actually. Where is it? I don't actually know the command for this one because I don't use it. Where is it? I assume it's under debug, but I don't actually know, and I want to just check to make sure. Yeah, okay, it must be under debug, so let's just go ahead and enable debug mode, I guess. Whoops. Okay. spell it wrong? Okay. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, damn it. Doesn't do what I thought it did. I'm trying to, just for the hell of it, find a thing to basically allow me to paint the galaxy. Pretty sure there is one. I thought there was. But I guess this is what happens with, oh, here we go. Oh shit, does that just take over the... It does, actually. That is a weird way of doing that. Never mind, that's not what I want. I thought there was an option to basically just be able to paint the borders, but... looks like that may not be the case, so never mind. I'm not gonna click on every single freaking 10,000 systems within the galaxy. That would be ridiculous. Or can I just type like own all or something? I assume I can't do that. Oh well. Let's just try it. Okay, no, that doesn't do that. Oh well, whatever. Okay, I can't find the cheat that I'm looking for because I don't know what it is. Because I've never used it actually, but I could have sworn there was one that allowed me to basically just paint the galaxy by just kind of moving my mouse over it, but clearly that's not the case. But yes, so whatever. That's the end of this series. I will see you all in the next Stellaris series. A reminder that tomorrow I'll be streaming my Europa Universalis 4 Make America British Again series, because I ended up missing a number of parts back in December, and then I didn't get you guys a recorded part for that series this week. And so yeah, that series is getting a stream tomorrow as well. I'm going to start roughly the same time as this one. I don't think it'll be 3 hours long though. We'll see though. But yeah. Well, I'll see you all in the next Stellaris series. Like I said, Typeform survey in the description to determine what I'll do for that series. But until then, a goodbye and a farewell. I'm not even going to bother saving.